Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. Hope you guys are all having a great Wednesday. Don't normally put out Wednesday videos, but we did miss a video yesterday. Apologize for that. But we also have a follow-up to Monday's video, and Monday's video, of course, had to do with the early reactions to Birds of Prey. Now, the video on Monday, I was referencing a site that was putting out reactions from the Mexico premiere, but it looks like there was an official world premiere out in London, and I am looking at an article on Collider, and literally I'm filming this in my car, guys, just got off of work, and I'm seeing that there are more reactions, so I'm gonna be reacting to these reactions with you guys right here. So I don't know what it's gonna say. Let's take a look at this headline. First, Birds of Prey reactions celebrate a wild action fest in the Harley Quinn spirit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and not read this and just skip down to what people had to say on Twitter. So it says here, Alicia Groh, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Hashtag Birds of Prey is like if John Wick were run through a crazy funhouse filter and stuffed full of glitter and F-bombs. It's everything you could ever want from hashtag Harley Quinn and her badass girl gang into this movie completely. And interestingly enough, she mentions John Wick here, and I believe the John Wick director came into this movie to help with some of the action sequences. So the fact that she said it's like putting it through a crazy funhouse filter is pretty funny, and it looks exactly like that in the trailers. So this to me didn't catch me by surprise at all, and I'm not sure where she's from or what company she works for or anything like that, but I haven't seen her before, but I'm going to go ahead and take her at her word, because the Mexico premiere kind of said, and we're in line with this this kind of review or this reaction right here. So let's keep going. Jermaine Lewis, I have seen this name before. Birds of Prey is solid. The unpredictable structure keeps the first half moving and the action boosts the rest. Robbie is excellent as is McGregor. It's tamer than expected, and the basic story can get lost in the complex setups, but it works more often than not. Hashtag Birds of Prey. So he says it's solid, and this sounds like kind of a more reasonable reaction. You know, it doesn't sound like Jermaine is caught up in all the hype. Of course, you know, with critics being sent to a world premiere, you're more probably obligated, you know, without even thinking about it, you're subconsciously probably going to have a better view of the movie. I know I would. I'm not going to lie, guys. I am a huge DC fan. So he says it's an unpredictable structure, and you know, I wouldn't fault them for that. Maybe it's a creative choice to do it in such a way, but hopefully it's not distracting. And he comments on the action, says the action is good, so that's cool. Margot Robbie's excellent. I think we're probably going to see a theme here in terms of Margot Robbie being great as Harley Quinn. But I'm glad he also says, as is McGregor, Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. There's no spoilers, obviously, in this. It says it's tamer than expected, so I guess he came in expecting it to be just crazy. I know the trailer sometimes kind of feels everywhere. And it's a basic story, but get lost in complex setups. So I'm guessing the setups for the actual Birds of Prey can get a little complicated, possibly wonky, who knows, but he says it works, so I'm excited. Terry Schwartz says, saw hashtag Birds of Prey this morning. I liked it a lot. The stuff I loved, the action, the tone, and just how creative the direction is. Margot Robbie completely sells the incredibly choreographed fight sequences and their gleeful brutality. This whole scene in particular. Now I'm not going to go ahead and click on that, but yeah, I'd rather not see much more from the movie than I already have seen. I'm already sold on watching it. They have my money. But I'm glad she liked it. Of course, Margot Robbie commented on Margot Robbie saying that she sells the role and the fight sequences, which is great because we need this Harley Quinn to really sell these type of things, because obviously Harley Quinn is not a super powered character, but if they can pull these type of action sequence off and make it believable, that's great. Because we have seen her, you know, do crazy acrobatics and things like that in the comics and the animated shows. So I'm excited to see what this movie does. She comments on the tone and how creative the direction is, and that probably goes to what was it, Kathy Ann, on top of my head. That was the director. Again, I'm not someone who's seen a lot of her work, but just seeing obviously the fashion sense in this movie, the colors, and just that teaser that originally came out, you could tell it was going to be her stamp, her directorial stamp on this. So this is cool. I'm liking this. Laura Prudom says, hashtag Birds of Prey is a riot, oozing with attitude and some of the most inventive, bone-crushing fight sequences in the superhero genre to date. I went in with low expectations and was pleasantly surprised by how much fun I had. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but has style to spare. Okay, another checkpoint with the style on this review, and she comments on the action being insane again, which is cool. And of course, it's a rated R movie as well, so I'm expecting some bone-crunching fight sequences, but she came in with low expectations, and I imagine a lot of you guys are going to come in with low expectations as well, because seeing from the comments of my last video, and yes, I do read the comments, guys, try to respond when I can, but seeing from the comments, a lot of you guys are not as excited for this movie, and I totally get it. You know, I am just choosing to look at this in a really positive attitude. It's not like the trailers completely wowed me, but I definitely am sold. I'm going to buy a ticket. But I like this reaction. Okay, I'm waiting for a negative reaction here. Hashtag Birds of Prey is from Angie J. Han. Sorry guys for the pronunciation if I'm saying it wrong. Hashtag Birds of Prey, winning characters, above average action, and a killer soundtrack hampered by uneven tone and pacing. The girls at their best together, and they're not together enough. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Huntress, is not so secret MVP. Is the not so secret MVP. Okay, that's the first checkbox for someone commenting on Huntress, which is cool. That's the second for a tone and uneven pacing. Girls at their best together. Yep, I would expect in a team-up movie that they would be best together. And that's something we kind of see in these type of team-up movies, right? Some of the complaints are at the end is that, hey, they were not together enough. So, sounds like a pretty fair review. They enjoyed it. Eric Davis says, hashtag Birds of Prey has terrific action, humor, and some of the more memorable characters we've seen in a DC movie. But the biggest highlight is Margot Robbie. She's fabulous as Harley, while also proving that sometimes our most valued relationships are the one we have with good food. Okay, food obviously is going to be a theme. We've seen it in the trailers, and hopefully it's not done over the top. Eric Davis, I can't remember if he's someone who's been critical of DC in the past. I am not sure, but I am interested in how many of these people were shitting on the previous DC movies, and maybe they are just liking this lighter tone of movie. And again, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't even comment if it's a really light tone or what have you. But I'm just curious what these reviewers thought of previous DC movies. And now I have seen this name before, but I just can't remember on the top of my head. But he says terrific action, humor, memorable characters. Okay, I'm excited for that because the character development and the characters that I've seen in the trailers don't really have me hooked yet, though I am excited to watch this movie. Jill Pantall says, hashtag Birds of Prey is ridiculous, rad superhero film. The fight scenes are phenomenal and villains are delicious. It shouldn't have taken this long to get a Birds of Prey on film, but it was a lot of fun. I'm just going to continue through these so we can get through them, and then I'll comment on them later. The Moon Knight Warrior says, two things I get just got told about Birds of Prey from someone who's seen it. It's more Quentin Tarantino and less comic. Oh, this is a review from someone I've seen previously in the previous video, someone I read on a previous video. So let's go to Scott Mendelsohn. Hashtag Birds of Prey is delightfully unassuming and unconcerned with its place in a larger context. It's a bonkers, bananas crime comedy and a genuine party movie. Everyone is having a blast, but Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays Huntress like a supporting character from The Tick. It rocks. Okay, more exciting. And the tone of the movie just oozes out of these reactions. At least that's what I get. And this sounds all good, guys. Okay, let me just go ahead and look for something different over here. Something bad. I'm trying to look for a bad review. Okay, let's see. Eric Eisenberg. Birds of Prey isn't a Birds of Prey movie so much as it is a Harley Quinn movie featuring Birds of Prey, and that creates issues story-wise and in fleshing out characters, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. It's at its best when it's going full Harley vision, and Margot Robbie's clearly having a blast. Going full Harley vision, I wonder, we've seen her in those sequences where she's dancing and things like that. I'm wondering if she's kind of daydreaming, and that's the Harley vision he's talking about. But yeah, he says it's more of a Harley Quinn movie and less of a Birds of Prey movie, which does create complications when you call the movie Birds of Prey. And is violent. Okay, so everyone over here seems to enjoy this. I wish everyone's commenting on the movies and the look of the ladies. I wish that we got more feedback about Ewan McGregor, because obviously Ewan McGregor is someone that I'm most excited about, having not seen him on film previously, which is funny because we haven't seen, Huntress or Black Canary either, and I find myself more attracted to Ewan McGregor. Maybe it's because of the name, obviously him playing Black Mask. It definitely attracts me. I think he's a great actor. Not so familiar with Jermaine Lewis. I have seen Elizabeth Winstead in other movies as well, but obviously Ewan McGregor, Black Mask, villains, DC villains are just nuts, right? Hopefully we get a true to life comic book rendition of Black Mask, and I'm excited for this movie. So I know some of you guys are not sold on this movie and are not going to be sold on this movie no matter what. And to you guys, I won't be able to convince you, obviously, but to anyone else who is kind of on the fence, does this move the needle for you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Again, if I'm not sure how this audio is going to sound, I'm shooting this in my car right after work, trying to get you guys a video for missing Tuesday's video. So again, hope you guys all had a great day. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.